Q. She was popping. Ravens Joe. B Walker, what it do, player? Alright, we back. It's late night. I didn't think I'd be back in time to get on. I've been busy all day. I got my truck back today. I was leaving. Nissan tore us anew. They ripped my left leg off. And then I looked down at my phone, and God got a funny way of being humorous. Pulling out the parking lot at Nissan, I almost did make it by 5 o'clock to pick up the car. And I'm pulling out the lot, and I get an email from YouTube saying, Shotbybuddha, Vintage Titan. We got some good news for you. And you know, long story short, all day I've been on the phone with Nissan. I've been on the phone with the post office who lost a package that I shipped to Virginia. It's an older Hispanic lady who didn't put her apartment number, and I'm trying to get them not to ship it back, because if it comes back, you know, there'd be a whole, long story short, the lady hit me back. So we good. Blessings come in different ways. God works in mysterious ways. I just know that it was a long journey from October. Facebook gaming ended officially, and I got hit with an audio strike from a random stream that they could never tell me what the audio actually was, all the way until the end of January. It's like January 23rd by the time we got the strikes lifted. And because of y'all, because of the everydayers in the shop, the people that comment, that like, that lurk, that argue with me, that disagree, that agree, that put their 2 cents in, whatever it is, we have reached one of our goals early on this year. So we heading in the right direction, and I'm dropping the new content on y'all with the Vintage Titan. It's a new page, but I'm not pushing nobody to that page. I just want to let it naturally grow. I'm going to tag all my content from the shorts with that page, and then just see what happens. It's one of my passions. I told y'all I'm going to take y'all with me on my thrifting vintage journey. And I looked on TikTok, and I got a video going viral over there with the Tennessee Titans New Jerseys that got 3,000-4,000 likes on it, and I didn't even know it existed. So we slowly but surely getting there. All right, what's up to everybody in the chat? Suave, ATL, Q, popping in on all platforms every day. I appreciate you, bro. Ravens Joe, always tapping in. B Walker, always let's getting it. Juan Carlos, what up? She always tapping in, and he be working 5,000 jobs. Andre, people like you supporting all the time is the reason why we here. That is love. My brother just responded to the Jets post. That's love, man. I couldn't do it without y'all, man. We switched up before. We went from Apex to Madden. We went from Let's Talk About It podcast and Vibe Nation to Madden tournaments. We went from just hosting to playing, hit the top of the leaderboards, went to Vegas, been in championship games on the big stage, to websites, to all of it, to switching up. Rest in peace when the CEO of HLX is no longer with us, and me and Rich making the decision to make different content this year, and him doing content with his sister and doing baseball content that's going viral right now, and doing gardening content and vacation content, to me just completely not even playing Madden this year, and we still reaching the goal. So that let me know it's me, and it let me know it's y'all, and we're not here for no fugazi and no fluff. But enough about that. We're here to talk about the Tennessee Titans, and this is for the people that are new to me and don't know. We got the crystal ball. We've been talking about this stuff. We do not need to steal or borrow anybody's ideas. Go check the record. Go check the timestamps. Go back and watch the old content, and y'all will see my ideas are original. You know what I'm saying? So what did I tell y'all back in the season when people was thinking about, we got D-Hop and we got Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd, and it didn't work. We had Julio Jones, AJ Brown, it didn't work. We went out and tried again and doubled down. So we're gonna go get this guy and that guy, until they start to realize we're not drafting a wide receiver in the first round. This is running back you. The Tennessee Titans is a hard hat, blue collar team, and I told y'all the Tennessee Titans should go after a monster tight end, not trying to go get some. We never gonna be the cute 5 wide 4-5-3 receiver offense. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna be the big uglies that fight you in the backyard and in the phone booth and in the alleyway when the lights go down, in a bar fight like Kenny Britt and Pac-Man Jones them back in the days, and Albert Haynesworth. We're just mean and tough. So what position describes that? When most Titan fans that argue with my mock drafts and argue what I be talking about don't even realize Tennessee Titans, I told y'all for years, do not have fullbacks. Blasingame went to the Bears. We had one cowboy hat wearing fullback, and he got cut early because the Tennessee Titans realized, let's just have a bunch of tight ends. We don't need to have, unless he playing special teams, we don't need Julius Chestnut at the fourth running back. We just need more tight ends. Last year we had Corey Levin out there running routes with Mason Kinsey and Van Jefferson. You understand me? This is the future of the Tennessee Titans, bringing back the classic, the Hall of Famers, the world beaters, Frank Wycheck in the Music City Miracle, Delaney Walker in the hat with the muscles popping out, catching from Marcus Mariota, the maestro, Bo Scaife from Texas, who got the weed farm right now. My bad, the cannabis farm right now, out there with Vince Young, coming out, stiff arming people in the flats. Alvin Reed back in the day in the Oilers. Dave Casper, talking about Hall of Fame tight ends. That's when the Tennessee Titans is good. We got a mean, monstrous tight end, and what do? Got Gunnar Helm, Bellinger, Granson, DMR, and what did Shotbybuddha get in the mock draft? Daquan Wright out of Ole Miss at pick 194. People, man, why are you drafting tight end? We got enough tight. No, we don't. We need more tight ends. We need more catch radius. We need more run blockers. We need the George Kittles. We need the Travis Kelce's, the Mark Andrews, the AJ Barners. You don't realize what the Seahawks drafted? They drafted Arroyo, and they had Barner already because they want more tight ends. What is Mike Vrabel wanting the Patriots? got big Hunter and Titan legend Austin Hooper. I bet they get more tight ends. What the Broncos do? Troutman, Evan Ingram, more tight ends. Good teams want tight ends. What the Eagles got? Bring Dallas Goedert back. Grant Calcaterra, tight ends. Dallas Cowboys ain't never been good in the last 30 years, but when they was good, they had Jason Witten. You want tight ends. You want people that's gonna go out and dunk. Now, enough of me being fired up about tight ends. When y'all watch Shotbybuddha play, when I do my MUT team, what do? I run twin tight ends, I audible down, I run the football, and I dunk. When we had NCAA drop, had Vernon Davis and Gronk. As soon as the new game drop on Madden, what is Shotbybuddha doing? I'm running that stupid looking Y tight formation, audibling down, the twin tight ends, catching in the flats. That's what we need. So for all y'all out there who argue with my mock drafts, when you see me picking another tight end, whether it was Marlon Klein or Joe Royer or what's the dude from Vanderbilt? I can't even think of his name right now. But Shotbybuddha looking for the depths. We're looking for the Brock Bowers. Y'all laughed at the Bears last year. What they doing taking Coast and Loveland so high? Yeah. Till you see them dunking out there with Caleb Williams. I told y'all the Colts was gonna draft a tight end, Kraft from Penn State, and what they do, get out there and dunk. What did Rondé Gasson do? 5th round draft pick, dunk. Tight ends, tight ends, tight ends, and tight ends. You can put Wandale in the slot and bring back Calvin Ridley, have Chim DK, A.O. Monner, and then go get me a wide receiver with the 3rd pick. That's why. Because we're going to have a twin tight end, 12 personnel. That's why. All right. So when you see them looking at Jonnu Smith and saying they was prioritizing Chig Okonkwo, why? Because they want more tight ends. Dude from the Chiefs, more tight ends. You feel me, Statman? Drop them Statman stickers. Statman be watching them waiver wires and know what's going on. Not Jonnu Smith, but David Njoku, that was looking at him too. You know what I'm saying? Think about that year we went to the AFC title game, 20. Man, it was the emergence of A.J. Brown. And yes, we did have Corey Davis. But you know what? Jonnu Smith was dunking on people, catching one-handed. Anthony Ferkser, Mike Cole Pruitt, 3 tight end rotation. And all of them had their little skills. You know what I'm saying? You think about the Music City Miracle. We think about up the sideline against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills choking again, doing what they do best in the playoffs. But it was Frank Wycheck. Wasn't even supposed to get the ball. Say, give me that shit. Rest in peace went Frank Wycheck. Threw it. It was a lateral, not a forward pass. It's a tight end that made that play work. All right. Y'all know I'm fired up about tight ends. Nothing get me more fired up than a fire tight end. D'Angelo, rare Jaguar fan showing love. That lets you know the shop where we at. Most of my fans is not Titan fans. 2 times, what up? Brent Strange. Look, I told y'all I thought Evan Ingram was gonna hurt, but Brent Strange be out there dunking. You feel me? Tristan, what's good, my boy? Let me make sure I'm caught up in the chat. Your boss husband has a vintage Titan Super Bowl football with everybody's signature that played. Man, I told y'all I was blowing that lady up in Facebook Marketplace that had that Tennessee Oiler inaugural season football still in the box. It was deflated. Man, that lady would not respond to my messages, I guess, because she seen the hair. She's like, nah, I'm good. Appreciate that stat, man. Definitely congratulations, bro. Content always gonna hit. Man, talk to me. John, what's good? See, Ravens, Joe, know that Isaiah likely leaving. Ravens might trick everybody and draft another tight end. You know, that's how it works, man. It's the unsung positions. It's the unsung tight end players that people forget about that really make things go. But I do think Dabo is going to sincerely implement the tight end heavily into this offense I like to see a lot of running backs. I like to see 4 running backs and 4 tight ends. Last year we had 11 linemen on the initial 53. This year I think it will be 10. I told y'all. See, people be thinking I be stealing, but just think about this. I told y'all about, we had the whole pod about the swing tackles and where I thought people was gonna go. Listen, man, Daboll got his guys. Now we still sweating over what we gonna do with that center guard situation. So I don't even want to get into that. You know, that'll drive me up a wall. But definitely appreciate y'all tapping in on this late night. All right, y'all got any questions in the shop? Y'all can ask away. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop another Vintage Titan episode this week about this week's haul. I felt so good having so many people who thrift and into vintage pieces that came out the woodworks today that normally don't be in the shop, that was in the shop. That just let you know that that's a good portion of the community that we going to definitely tap into. I'm definitely going to take y'all with me on my thrifting journey. You know what I'm saying? And y'all like, man, Buddha, you don't be, yo, this Nike dry fit from the thrift shop. I'm the Black Macklemore around here right now. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? See, I look, Unc be dropping bars, man. Some of y'all probably ain't thought about Macklemore in years. You know what I'm saying? Man's won an award and just disappeared off that thrift shop song. I might have to steal the beat and get back in the booth and remix it. Y'all want me to? I might be the Black Macklemore. Shout out to Hitman Holla, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. Yeah, March Madness. Wow, I ain't even been able to keep up. I've been so busy today, like trying to get the truck back, dealing with the post office and lost packages. I had my daughter today. Me and her was hanging out. She tried to kill the fish, bro. She literally poured all the fish food in the fish tank, and I had to scoop it all out, bro. It took like 20 minutes. Crimson Desert. What is that? Grab an OG tight end and a big wide receiver in order in OC. I don't care. I mean, I drafted in my latest mock draft. If y'all ain't seen it, it's up on YouTube. But I got Daquan Wright. If y'all watch the playoffs, bro is literally dunking on everybody. And he runs a 4.5 40. He would be the perfect replacement to Chiga Okonkwo. Shout out to Chiga Okonkwo getting almost $30 million in the Commanders. But, you know, having him, Daquan Wright from Ole Miss, 6'4", 6'5", 4.5 speed as a third tight end, he definitely would take snaps away from Granson and DMR. But that would be a perfect Gunnar Helm and Bellinger, and then have when they get tired, rotate in Daquan and let him run over routes and drags. Tidy linebackers would be struggling out there trying to keep up with bro. He said that jacket fired in him. Man, my wife get busy on the upcycling. Y'all should see some of the stuff her and my, like, if you have an old lady, I'm going to share their pages out. If you follow my daughter and follow my wife on TikTok, bro, like, they literally, like, we be places, like, my wife be like, I can alter that, I can embroider that. Like, my dad wife, my stepmom had got them an embroidery machine, and like they be going crazy. Like, between my wife, my daughter, my mom, and my stepmom, like, they're like super crafty people, bro. Because I see stuff in the thrift that people wouldn't touch, but I'm like, they can sew anything. Or if it, like, bro, like a button or something, like, bro, get serious. Like, bro, they literally can take anything and sew it and upcycle it and change it. Like, take 2 pair of pants and make them one. Like, you see my black jacket, that's literally a old beat up leather jacket and a black denim jacket merged. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna take y'all with me on my journey. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna take y'all on the Vintage Titan tour. When y'all be seeing how I go, like the 50% off days in the thrift and then the dollar days, bro, I'm gonna do a whole episode on suit jackets, bro. Like, good brands suit jackets, $1, $5, $7, $4. Man, call me Buddha Blazer. You feel me? Like dollar t-shirts, go in there and snatch it up. Listen, man, I be getting right in the thrift. If y'all go see my eBay store, and I guarantee, and y'all know I used to manage a bunch of Hibbett stores, I guarantee you're not going to be able to tell which ones is shoes that's bought brand new in the store in dead stock and which shoes is bought out the thrift. And I just like know how to bring them back to life. You feel me? Like literally Black Frankenstein out here. It's alive, Igor. Like literally bringing these shoes back to life, dog. You know what I'm saying? Literally bringing them back to life. Black Lamore. Oh, that's cold, Nano. If I steal that, I send the check in the mail when it blow up. The Black Lamore is going to hit. How you feel about the Browns' proposal to be able to trade up to 5 draft picks instead of the 3? Some team is going to do it. I don't know. That'll probably be the second tier of this pod tonight. I'm definitely about to. Like, I'm glad you said that. Cause like sometimes I be forgetting what I really want to get into, because we'll get in here and we'll be just like kind of freestyling. But I'm glad you said that, because that is going to make me pull up my latest 2 posts. Because Tennessee Titan fan base is not small, is not big. So with the Tennessee Titan fan base being smaller, like I sometimes have to tap into other fan bases material. But good thing it was perfect today that Malik Willis was on the board, because he's a former Tennessee Titan, a guy that we all like. Like if you don't know, Malik Willis is just a good guy. Like from his draft night to how it went, to how he handled it, to how he handled his misfortune in Tennessee, to how he handled being traded to Green Bay and coming back and spanking us, having 200 yards passing and almost 100 yards rushing in that game, where he came back to Nashville and put belt on us, to how he ended things in Green Bay to get his check. I am happy for Malik Willis. And I've seen a lot of people trolling, talking about, oh, Malik Willis ain't got nobody, they doing him wrong. Well, I told y'all for the last 2 years, the Dolphins were in cap hell. Ever since I told y'all the day they got Tyreek Hill, I said things is bad. Now, how many times I told y'all about all the mass exodus from Christian Wilkins, Jonnu Smith, Raheem Mostert, Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, Jerome Baker. Like, bro, they literally lose every player that they got. And this is their way to get out of cap hell. The Dolphins have pick 11, pick 30, pick 43, pick 75, pick 87, pick 90, pick 94. So just think, the Dolphins have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks in the top 100. That is what Mike Bergonzi wanted, 12 picks in the top 100 in the first 2 to 3 years. The Dolphins have 7 this year alone. So who cares if Malik Willis is not gonna have his go-to guys in Miami? Because guess what? This is what you need when you really hit reset, like the Broncos did when they paid the Steelers to play Russell Wilson. They got rid of Jerry Jeudy and Simmons, and there came Surtain, there came all their new guys, Mims, like. And this is the mistake that a lot of teams make. They try to go replace Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Don't do that. Pick the best player available, Dolphins. I promise things will work out. They're going to run the ball with Ollie Gordon and Devin Achane, because they said they're not trading them. Go get a monster tight end and spend a bunch of them picks on defense, and just rely on saying, we're going to play defense. They're going to play action with Malik Willis and those 2 running backs, and have a monster tight end, and let those young wide receivers, Tolbert and Parker, like kind of find their way, and add one more guy in there. I promise. Because even after that, pick 130, 151, 227, and 238. Like, I would spend those 7th round picks on like linebackers and defense, like defensive backs, you know, guys that would be at worst special teamers or backup role players. But those first 7 picks, we're getting, like, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm getting completely right. Talk to me, chat. The dead cap, $175 million in dead cap, John, from players who are no longer on the Dolphins is absolutely nuts. But this is how you fix it. You fix it. Now, you know you're not going to win games if you have a bunch of rookie starters. But this is a way to just say, look, you got a new coach. He's not getting fired this year. He's not getting fired at the beginning of next year. Malik Willis is your guy. Run the ball, play action, go to the tight ends, have a good offensive scheme, and just build a monster defense. Because they're going to have free money next year to go after whatever they want. He said the blue wouldn't let me send stars, so you had to go to the green and show some love. Yo, Tristan, that is love, my boy. My dog with the 500 kicks on the green. Dragon stickers in the chat, man. Appreciate it. Statman is already on it. That is love, my boy. But it's like, it don't matter. Like, even if they had Jalen Waddle, like how much further are the Dolphins going with Jalen Waddle than they're already going with what they got? Like, if you're rebuilding and you get a first and a third trading your best receiver, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Cowboys traded a second for George Pickens. Getting a first and a third for Jalen Waddle, it's like stealing, bro. Because you can have Parker and Jalen Tolbert playing the same type of role. It's like getting a great value version of Jalen Waddle. But let's say they strike gold, and like let's say pick 11, they get the tight end from Oregon, Kenyon Sadiq. And then like pick 75 or 87, they go get a dunker like Malachi Fields or something. I promise. Play action, run the ball, screen it. You know, like they'll be fine, bro. Like sometimes, like you can't, like if you lose a big time edge rusher, don't try to draft an edge rusher. Draft an offensive lineman, a running back, or a receiver. If you lose a big time wide receiver, go get a fire corner. You lose a fire corner, man, go get an edge rusher. Or like I like to try to go opposite. Don't be the Tennessee Titans and you're going to replace AJ Brown with Treylon Burks. It never works. It never works. You hear me? Never works. Super Bowl 61 is on Valentine's Day. So much drama. I watched this stream in Tyler. TNT is the Dolphin man. He was upset when Tua left. But it was time, man. The moment that they played Tua on concussion protocol and got him re-injured when he was like dead man walking, like we all knew. And I'm a Bama guy, so Tua won us a championship. Talia, his brother, played right down the street at Thompson High School. It was 3 miles away from my house. And Thompson High School looks better than most colleges. It is huge. It looks like the Parthenon when you ride down the street from Thompson High School. Kids that go from Thompson and Hoover High School, that go to JUCOs and HBCUs and smaller colleges are downgrading from facilities. Trust me. Tough part is the Dolphins going to be paying the Falcons to play Tua. You know, the Raiders are going to be a dangerous team at 26 with Mendoza, Quay Walker, and a couple Dean, Tyler them all. See, Raiders would have been dangerous, like if they would have been able to trade to get those 2 first. Like, do you realize the Raiders was going to pick 1 and 14? Like, who cares if Max Crosby leave coming off an injury if you finna pick 1 and 14, bro? Like, you like with what they already been able to get in free agency, that would have been a huge step up. Cause I'm a firm believer, like, don't try to replace what you lost. Like it'll never work. Like, you always gotta go opposite direction of what you lost. And then here is the other spotlight is the Jets. Should the Jets go after Ty Simpson with their second pick in the first round, or their top pick in the second round, with Geno Smith being basically free? Geno Smith is being paid by the Raiders to play in New York this year on his redemption tour back to New York. But I think for getting Geno Smith for $1 million is a really good bridge option over Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields. If you're able to get Ty Simpson, do you get Ty Simpson this year, or do you wait to 2027 and just let Aaron Glenn get fired? Because let's be honest, if Geno Smith play 17 games, I like Geno Smith, and Geno Smith could have a bounce back year. I do not see Aaron Glenn making it to year 3 if it's just Geno and they don't have a rookie to groom behind him. But because if you drafted Ty Simpson, he's not starting week 1 because he hasn't had a lot of snaps just in his career period. But I think he's a really good prospect. But you're not, if they was drafting him to if they were drafting Ty Simpson to start year 1, then he would be like Brian Callahan. I would say Aaron Glenn ain't making it to the bye because they probably get him killed out there. But peep this though. Look how many draft picks the New York Jets have. I just want to sit here and do a roll call while I call this out because I want you to understand. The New York Jets in 2026 have picked 2, 16, 33, 44, 103, 2 compensatory picks, 140 and 179, 194, 208, 218, and 242. Just like the Dolphins, they're going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the top 100, and then they're going to have a bunch of day 2 picks. And then when you scroll down and you look at the Jets in 2027, they have their own first, they have the Colts first, they have another first, which will be whichever the better pick is between the Cowboys or the Packers, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, the Niners 6, the Chiefs 6, the Eagles 6, and those all are conditional picks, which means those picks could upgrade. Just like the Tennessee Titans when the Baltimore Ravens lost that game versus Steelers, they cost us a 4th round pick. But that is a lot of draft capital. So when you think about the Jets, the Raiders, the Tennessee Titans, the Dolphins, the teams that are down right now, these teams have a lot of draft picks, and like real quick, these teams gonna have a lot of money. And you see what the Tennessee Titans did when they got their shot at free agency of having money free. Tennessee Titans went absolutely nuts and went plumb crazy. Went plumb crazy in free agency this year. I think Kubiak is gonna make Fernando Mendoza succeed because you got Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty already there. So you got a run first offensive coordinator who's not gonna make Fernando Mendoza throw the ball 50 times a game. He's gonna throw it 20 to 25 times a game. They're gonna run the ball and they're gonna move it around. Ben said they was getting tired calling it now. I think Mel Kiper has Ty Simpson going to the Jets. I thought like either going to the Jets to play behind Geno Smith or going to the Rams and sitting behind Matt Stafford. Like I think those are 2 good options for Ty Simpson. A kid that I'm really high on. I think Ty Simpson was hurt at the end of the season for Bama for us. Roll Tide. I think that he was a little banged up because like sometimes he would just like have inaccurate balls where it looked like he was hurting, and it was just like dropping back 50 times a game. The Alabama, I like could not run the football, so it just was all on Ty Simpson to try to like drop back 100 times and beat people. Ravens needed that punter. No, we're not listening to Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter's been wrong before. D4, what's popping? I like your mock. Hopefully you get that. Mendoza, center, Pat Coogan. Mel Kiper has Carnell Tate going to the Giants. Could see. And what he was speaking about is my mock draft. And this is what I was talking about earlier, how people were trolling me because I drafted a tight end. Titans got Bellinger and Gunnar Helms tight end 1. We just signed a tight end. Why are we getting another tight end? Like, because the Tennessee Titans don't have fullbacks. Shut up. Get a 6'5" tight end that runs a 4.3 that played in Lane Kiffin's offense. He knows how to get open and catch the football. He understands offense. But this was my mock: Jeremiah Love, Zion Young, Jacoby Lane, Devin Moore, Markel Bell, Michael Taft, Pat Coogan, who Tristan was talking about, Daquan Wright, and Jamari Taylor. And this just solves a lot of problems. Only position that I felt like I truly missed out on was inside linebacker. It never was one that failed to me. I know a lot of people like, man, we need to draft an offensive guard in the first or second round. Shut up. Like, hey, listen, you're not drafting a guard in the first round. I don't want to, unless we get Basantis or Pregnon, I don't want to draft a guard at 35. Brother, listen, you put Jeremiah Love in the backfield with Gunnar Helm, Bellinger, Wandale, Calvin Ridley, DK, A.O. Monner. Right now, on offense, that makes it dynamic. Putting Zion Young in the rotation with Femi Oladejo, Jermaine Johnson, Jalen Harrell, and Josh Martin. Right now, I love Zion Young. I've been talking about him all fall, way before anybody mentioned Zion Young. Why? Because I'm a Bama fan, and when I see somebody cook against us, like Caden Proctor was having real trouble keeping Zion Young out the backfield. He's 6'6". He fits the mold of what Robert Saleh wants. He's got a motor. He's a good team player. Dude's got a great attitude. I think he would fit in perfectly in Nashville for the type of character that they're looking for. Jacoby Lane, a true marksman, dunking on people, a true outside receiver. I think he could be like a Drake London or what's my boy Nico Collins. I think he's that type of receiver on the outside. Devin Moore, the talks about, Cordell Flott, Alontae Taylor, Marcus Harris, Josh Williams. I think Devin Moore, a big physical outside corner. It was exactly the Tariq Woolen, Nashawn Wright type of corner that would fit in that Richard Sherman boundary, just big physical presence, punching people in the chest off the line of scrimmage, and then say, man, Buddha, you'd have never draft offensive line. Look, why we burn a high pick on a guard? Go get Markel Bell, 6'8", 6'9", monstrous tackle, and put him behind to groom behind Dan Moore, who just got a game. We need to draft a first round tackle. We just guaranteed Dan Moore $20 million. Like, that doesn't make sense. And that Deculus guy is like the new Udo, the new Dennis Kelly. Like, Michael Taft, I know people wonder about safety. Like, Monty didn't have a great year last year playing catch up for all them 5,000 different corners we played. I think Monty has a bounce back year. But I think Michael Taft would be a great safety if they were going to put Kevin Winston to put in the box. Having a guy like Michael Taft, just a ball hawk. He ran faster than everybody thought, 4.5 speed in the combine. And, we signed Jared Reed back and Adams. But listen, give me some 6-foot defensive backs. Y'all know on Shotbybuddha's Mutt team, we don't do DBs under 6 foot. Give me Michael Taft. Give me that young John Lynch out there. And then Pat Coogan, who my man's was just talking about, center, award-winning center for the Indiana, to go behind Sloatman and Jackson Slater, since we didn't get Linderbaum, Elton Jenkins, McGovern, Orbiatis. Like, honestly, like, we've been striking out at the center position. And if we did that, then post-draft, Kevin Zeitler would see they didn't draft a guard. I'm coming back. And then they said they prioritized him, so it'll be cool to see Zeitler come back. And then you can have a competition at center, but Zeitler would play next to J.C. Latham again with Volson and Dellinger as spell guards. It would all work out. And they're like, why are you drafting a running back? Like, listen, do you want Julius Chestnut back, or would you like one of the best running backs in the country that got Virginia to the big dance? Super productive back. That could be your Pacheco. That could be your Kyle Manungai. because Tony Pollard obviously would get cut if we draft Jeremiah Love. You put the $7 million back in your pocket, and Tajay Spears would be on his last year. Obviously, Bergonzi is getting rid of Rand guys, so that would leave you with Tajay Spears last year with Jeremiah Love, Khalil Mullins, and then Jamari Taylor. The Chargers showed y'all last year. Chargers went and got Najee Harris, and they drafted Amarion Hampton, and Vidal and Patterson wound up being the running backs that got them. The Texans had Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon, and wound up having Woody Marks carry it. So like having some young studs, and then next year you would have Jamari Taylor, Khalil Mullins, and Jeremiah Love. You already would have 3 young solid backs. And we can stop talking about the Mason Kinseys and the Julius Chestnuts of the world. We finally move on to new, younger, fresher players. And this is the method. 2 times, stop it. I heard somebody say that y'all drafting Love would be a mistake because y'all don't have an O-line open up lanes for him, and apparently he doesn't have good vision unless he's on a good team. What does that even mean? Like, Derrick Henry was on the world champion Nick Saban Bama team, so he's not going to be good. Look, if Tony Pollard had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with that offensive line that looked incredibly better from the bye week on, with Luke Stocker calling the run game, like when you fire the head coach and you fire Bill Callahan, who's your O-line coach and your run game coordinator, with a rookie quarterback, like, yes, your run game is not going to look great. With Bo Hardegree calling plays and Nick Holes getting demoted. Like, come on, bro. Like, if Tony Pollard can get 1,000, what makes you think you could upgrade the line this coming season and Jeremiah Love wouldn't get more yards than Tony Pollard? Like, what does that even mean? Hofstra. Depends on the time, and it'll be super busy tomorrow. We got family coming in the country at the airport. I gotta get up early, and I gotta meet somebody on Facebook Marketplace tomorrow. I gotta go call the post office in the morning because this Hispanic lady finally gave me the address, apartment number for her eBay order. And then if I have any eBay orders, I gotta go by the post office. And your boy trying to hit the 3 of 2 tomorrow at some point. So got a lot going on, man. I'm going to have 7 in-laws in my house by the end of the night tomorrow night. So if I get a chance to watch Bama, I'm gonna watch them. Yeah, smoking some seriously. Y'all building up y'all haters already for when y'all start winning. It's a lot of people that want the Tennessee Titans to be bad, but they don't realize. Just like I trolled the Texan fan base when they was talking about the jerseys, and I like, y'all didn't become a team to 2002, and we already had red jerseys in Navy. The concept that y'all had came from the Tennessee Titans, and you've 0 for 7 in divisional play. Like, you've never got past a divisional round of the playoffs. Like, stop it. The Jaguars, Blake Bortles against the Patriots was the last time the Jaguars was in the AFC title game. In the Colts, good God, Deflate Gate, going all the way back to Peyton Manning. Like, in the AFC South, like, no other team has even sniffed to get close to to making a run in the playoffs other than the Tennessee Titans, bro. Like, stop the cap. People want the Titans to be bad. We was 32 out of 32 NFL teams in TV viewership last year. We had all-time record lows in attendance. The owner was getting trolled and laughed at. We didn't have any primetime games with a number 1 overall pick. People didn't even like the fact that we got the number 1 overall pick quarterback. You never seen a number 1 overall pick quarterback get that little TV run like Cam Ward got. So, you know, people want us to be bad for whatever reason, Hendrix. It's all good. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Super busy day, John. Titans logo looks great. Just wait when the rest of my stuff comes in, because I got some of the new stuff. I just ain't showed it off yet. When the hat come and I put the outfit on, John, and I do the reel and show it off, and I make it my new profile picture with me with some fresh ass Tennessee Titan with the new logo, you gonna low key be like, man, that shit kind of fire, man. Buddha got that thing together. The whole mind gonna change by the logo. Nick was good. Thorpe Jr., tighten up, man. We're going to be here forever, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to love this vintage Titan stuff. If y'all haven't got to check out the episode, please do me a favor. Go to YouTube. Watch, comment, like all the YouTube videos and shorts and reels. But I'm saying the vintage Titan episodes, when I'm pulling out them vintage Tennessee Titan pieces, I be hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'll hit a garage sale. I hit Facebook Marketplace. I will go on eBay. I'll be in the thrift shop. I will be everywhere. And just wait. I cannot wait till when I come to Nashville again. I'm going to the thrift shops and I'm going to go absolutely nuts in the thrift, because one man's trash is another man's treasure, and it's in you, not on you. And just because I take a thrift shop Nike dry fit shirt in an old Nike headband, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, flip it out, you know, everybody ain't able, man. She most definitely did. But listen, if y'all ain't got no more questions, it's late. It's 11 o'clock. I still got more things to do. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to know that God works. Sometimes you just have to trust. And every morning before anybody wake up, I literally wake up, I come in this room, that big Bible that's back there came from my grandmother, and it's huge and it's big, and I flip it open, close my eyes, go down and just read something. Listen, man's walked up and said, I'm about to teach y'all to be the fishers of men. Man, they just dropped their nets and started walking, man. Sometimes you just gotta drop your net. If you know, you know. You just gotta drop your net and just follow and trust sometimes. And having a day like today with extreme lows and extreme highs, and just being able to stay in the middle throughout it all, that's that LIP, that's that Vibe Nation. Not too high, not too low, not too far left, not too far right, not too up, not too down, right in the middle, staying calm throughout the storm. Like, literally giving Nissan your left leg, and then going in the parking lot and pulling your phone out and getting a notification about the YouTube. Just after going from Facebook ending in October and getting a audio strike on my YouTube page where I couldn't do YouTube content from October to the end of January, and then flipping it on, and in just this short of time, no Madden, no tournaments, no trolling, no fugazi, nothing, just y'all, just me talking, and look where we at. And we don't got nowhere to go but up from here, because I'm telling y'all, this thrifting content with the shop talks is just really gonna go up. I'm telling y'all, it's really gonna go up. We're really gonna start like really making waves, and I'm gonna bring y'all with me. It's the whole part of it. You gotta trust and gotta have faith. A baseball Titan jersey. Ooh. Y'all remember the Vibe Nation baseball jersey, the camo one I had? That's a fire idea sheet. Ever. Titan baseball jersey. That would be fire. Check in the mail, man. But hey, listen, God first in the chat. Y'all dropped them stickers. I appreciate y'all continued support. This shop talk is gonna be compressed and edited. Throw it up 7 a.m. Central Standard Time on the YouTube. It's going up, and I'm gonna drop some more reels tomorrow. I'm gonna take y'all with me on my journey. I'll keep pumping the content out, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So just to put a good ending to today's stream, man. Just for those that were late and didn't get to see what the gist of today's stream was about. Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Tennentite ain't ever going to be some pretty cute Corvette in the parking lot parked in the back so don't nobody bump it. No, we are the Ford F-150 Kings Ranch Duramax with mud on the mud flaps, a pair of boots on the back of the thing turned upside down, a rifle in the window, you know what I'm saying, windows down, arm hanging out, elbow hanging out the side, dog barking, trucker hat that ain't clean. Like, that's the Tennessee Titans, man. Tennessee Titans, tight ends. The ends is always tight. That's how we're gonna go back to glory. Exotic smash mouth football. Tennessee Titans. Listen, man. Appreciate y'all. God first in the chat. And we out. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, you got picture in picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you're following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture in picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. If you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, there's also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic.